The Enoch Burke case was back in the High Court today, and the High Court is to be asked by the state to appoint a receiver with the power to collect the outstanding fines from Enoch Burke's salary. The move to appoint a receiver by way of an equitable execution will, if approved by the High Court, give the state the power to collect from his salary approximately €79,100, which is due, which Mr. Burke owes so far, arising from a daily fine of €700 for turning up at Wilson's Hospital School in contempt of court orders that he stay away. He was sacked from the school in Westmeath, Wilson's Hospital School. He continues to be paid his salary on an administrative leave basis because an appeal over his termination is still to be held and determined. In the court on Friday, the court was told that Enoch Burke continues to turn up at the school on a daily basis, and he has entered into the school buildings on a significant number of days. He's also told the principal that he was reporting for work and ready for work. The case was back before Mr. Justice David Nolan in the High Court, and he had last month given the Attorney General liberty to apply for a garnishee order so that the daily fines would be paid directly from Enoch Burke's salary. He also directed that Mr. Burke provide details of his means, as the judge said he intended to increase the daily fine as well as hear a garnishee application. Enoch Burke didn't do that, but the court made an order for the information to be given by the Department of Education. So on Friday, that's today, the judge, David Nolan, increased the daily fine to €1,400 in the light of Enoch Burke's continuing contempt of the court order made by Mr. Justice Alexander Owens. Enoch Burke did not appear before the court as he was again at the school on Friday today, but he did send an affidavit disputing the judge's findings last month, and he was saying that he could not in all good conscience provide details of his means to the court. His mother and Martina, his sister Amy, and brother Isaac did attend court all day, and Martina and Isaac were removed from the court because there was a number of interruptions, and the judge eventually asked that the Gardaí be called. Isaac and Martina Burke then left the courtroom. Amy stayed, and she remained largely silent until the judge was rising to leave. In his submission on behalf of the Attorney General, Senior Counsel said that the Attorney General considered that while the garnishee order was one approach to enforcing the fines which could be considered by the court, there was a certain legal complexity to it. In relation to the information specifically to Mr. Burke's salary, the Attorney General considered a court order was required because of possible GDPR issues. The Attorney General had considered that it might be appropriate to pursue the alternative approach of the appointment of a receiver by way of equitable execution, and the counsel was looking for leave to do so. It was not entirely straightforward from a legal point of view. The Attorney General was prepared to make the application on notice to Mr. Burke, so this application is to be heard on the 18th of March next. The Attorney General also sought an order directing the Department of Education, who pay Mr. Burke's salary, to take the necessary action to prepare for the implementation of any order the court may make in relation to his salary or his bank account, the counsel said. Counsel for the school then, Rosemary Mallon, said that she was formally seeking that the court increase the daily fine from €700 to €1,400 in view of the continuing contempt of court by Enoch Burke. The judge granted leave to the Attorney General and to the Ministers for Education and Finance to issue the application to seek a garnishee or appoint a receiver. So that's the option open, and that is to be determined the next day, March the 18th, the day after Paddy's Day. The judge granted the order directing the Department of Education to set out Enoch Burke's means in relation to his gross and net salary and any other benefits he enjoys. He also directed the Department of Education to take steps to implement any court order that may be made in relation to those payments. So clearly, if an order is made, well, then the Department of Education will certainly have to follow it. But he said that the increased €1,400 per day fine would apply from the day of the perfection of his order, that's the order made today, and would remain in place until Enoch Burke purges his contempt. The judge said that he would hear the state applications on March the 18th. So March the 18th, the state will be applying either for a garnishee order or for to have a receiver appointed in order to collect by way of equitable execution, as it were, the outstanding fines, which currently stand at €79,100. Hope you find the video useful. If you do, I'd appreciate if you hit the thumbs up button down below. Thank you very much.